All right, friends, how are you today? Happy Sunday Fun Day. Aaron here in the new studio. I got one picture up, but I gotta get rid of that Irish flag, man. It came with the house, what can I say? Anyway, let's get on to it. We got the moon in Gemini all day today, in the middle degrees of Gemini, making its monthly opposition to Jupiter. I'll go to the chart and show you what that looks like here. Right, so here's the moon. Got big old Jupiter here saying more, 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 our planet of expansion. Faith and knowledge and higher thinking, and then we've got this creating that square over here, which has been going on for a while. These guys have all, these are slow outer moving planets, but they're still relevant in this the daily astrology. If we just focus on the things that are these little moving parts, we kind of skip over the big stuff. So our moon says, hey, we need to go be sociable. We need to go out there and talk and communicate and be active and get things done. We're out there. We're in the world. We need to be out there, and that's what this is. This is kind of telling us is like, look, you need to travel. You need to not just be within your own, the same little coffee shop that you've been to. Maybe try a different shop. Maybe go someplace that you haven't been for that same cup of joe or whatever it is. It's like there's something else out there that wants you to challenge. It's challenging you to go out there. So it's like you need to be social, but at the same time it's like saying we can journey to someplace else, someplace out of the norm, and we're gonna find maybe a delicious cup of coffee or maybe even more importantly a wonderful conversation. That's going to be this mind expansive kind of a conversation. And then we have this nice connection down here to Mercury. Now, Mercury's at 2 degrees. So, like I was talking with you yesterday, Mercury's going to be stuck. Mercury's going to retrograde here on the 8th, okay, 8th of July. And it's going to retrograde back into Cancer, all right, slowing down the energy. And it's not going to get to the 5th degree. So, it's going to go to 4 degrees of Leo, go back into Cancer, and it's not going to emerge out of that 5th degree of Leo until the 17th and 18th of August. Okay, so why is the 5th degree important? Well, because that's where it creates like the harmonic. So once Mercury hits the 5th degree of Leo here, which again, this is like our ego, our self, this is our fire, the stamina to get things done. Okay, now this is going to create this square here to Uranus. So we're going to break through, okay? But the breakthrough doesn't happen until mid-August, August 17th, August 18th. And then this like Chiron healing energy that's going on here in Aries, this self, healing of self. What is what is the summer of 2019 going to bring me? What kind of breakthrough is in self-healing? Well, it's going to give a lot of information over the next month and a half, but this connection doesn't get made until the 17th. It gets made right here on the 17th and then right here on the 18th of August. So that's a long time. So it's just like we're getting tickled with this like concept like, oh, hey, it's like this kind of breakthrough is around the corner, and it certainly is. But there's a lot of work, a lot of steps that's going to take place before we get there. So it's just like patience, like we have to practice our own patience right now. And with Saturn making this exact connection with the South Node, this is this giant release. This is a giant let go. This happens once every 18 years, the Saturn and the South Node. No, 30 years. So, either way, my mask off. Either way, this is not a transit. This is not an aspect that happens a lot. This is something that happens, occasionally, very, very not often. So it's like when we're using this, Saturn is like structure and our discipline. When we have this kind of release and let go, what is this saying? We can be very rigid. We can be very stuck, and this is how a thing should be, and this is how it goes, and this, and well, this is, again, that this is my coffee shop that I go to, and they make it this way, and it's perfect, and that, we get stuck in these ruts. A cow is stuck in a rudder, And this is encouraging us to try different things, to unstuck ourselves. And that's part of this beautiful aspect of that Saturn-Neptune sextile, is just like, look, we're creating something new. We get a new, fresh start at life. you know, and we have this stamina right now with Mercury in Leo. We have this stamina, this fire energy, like, hey, we mentally can get through whatever it is that we're, you know, whatever task is in front of us. A good breakthrough comes in a month and a half, but we're still able to, you know, enjoy that fire energy right now while we have it for the next couple of weeks. Further, lastly, all right, Mars is at the 29th degree of Cancer. Finally. So tomorrow night, it moves out. And on the 2nd, we have, you know, Mars is going to be in Leo. We have this Cancer eclipse, solar eclipse, right? Big solar eclipse happening in the sign of Cancer on the 2nd. So this is all like kind of getting ready, preparing us for that energy, which is about, you know, sinking into our own authenticity. And we'll talk about that, you know, in a couple of days. But we're getting ready for that. The moon is getting ready for its meetup with the node and with the sun in Cancer. And it's home. That's home for the moon. It's a very exciting time. So it's like right now is this like, it's the pre-production. You know, so now it's like this Sunday to be active, to be out, to be social in the community, and creating those conversations and those connections that are going to happen, that are going to bring us together in our own authenticity, living in our heart space come the 2nd, which is Tuesday. So this is a fun little Sunday. You know, some good energies going on. A lot of like motivating to get things done, and to like release, you know, my own like rigid ways of doing things and thinking that this is the only way to do it. You know, there's 10 ways to skin a cat or something like that. I've never skinned a cat. I don't know about you, but it doesn't seem, maybe we need a new expression. All right, we'll end it there. So happy fun day, Sunday fun day. If you could help me find a new expression for skinning a cat, that sounds lovely. We'll try it. We'll pick it up there, and I'll try to get some more artwork hanging up here and get rid of this. We'll see you tomorrow.